Hi, I'm Chuck Joyner, and this is a MacVoices briefing on Apple's AirPods, the Bluetooth wireless earphones. So why am I publishing a review this long after the release of the AirPods? Several reasons. First, the AirPods took a little while to get to market. Second, once they did get to market, they took a long time to be delivered. There were a lot of supply constraints, as you probably know. I ended up having to wait almost 7 weeks after I placed the order. Third, I was a little bit skeptical about the AirPods based on my previous experience with Apple's EarPods, the wired version of their headphones. Never had good luck with them. They constantly fell out for me, could never keep them in. They sounded okay, but it was just always more of a hassle. I'm notoriously difficult to fit with any kind of earphones. The only ones I've ever found were several models ago of the Apple, and even then I had to have them fitted with a special tip. I've thought about going to an audiologist and having my ears casted, but that always seemed just a little bit excessive. Finally, though, I was really not interested in the AirPods as much for music as I was for them being a possible replacement for my Bluetooth earpiece, which has become an essential piece of equipment for me because it seems like I spend a lot of time on the phone, and the Bluetooth earpieces have just always been a standard piece of equipment. Up till now, I've used the Jawbone Era as my previous favorite, and when Jawbone left the market, I went and started using the Plantronics Voyager. Both are fine devices, especially the Voyager. Great battery life, pretty good sound. But the Voyager has a little bit more of a techie look than I really wanted. And so I decided finally to bite the bullet and order a set of AirPods. And now that I have them and have used them for a month or so, I'm not giving them up. The AirPods fit. Much to my surprise, and seeming to defy logic, even though they're almost the same form factor as Apple's EarPods, the AirPods went comfortably in my ears and stayed there. There's something about not having the weight and torque of the wires that makes the design quite stable. In spite of using the AirPods while engaged in various physical activities, they've never fallen out. By comparison, the EarPods would fall out even if I breathed hard. I've worn the AirPods for hours with no discomfort and no problems at all. The AirPods sound. The AirPods sound great. To be fair, I'm not a huge audiophile when it comes to anything but over-the-ear headphones because of the difficulties I've had in being properly fitted with earphones. That said, the AirPods deliver a full, rich sound that makes music and podcasts very appealing. You don't get the seal provided by in-ear devices like the Automotics because they don't block out all of the outside world. That has the benefit of being more comfortable over the long haul, at least for me, and not isolating you from sounds that might warn you of some kind of imminent danger. Of course, depending on how loud you have the music, it might be difficult to hear oncoming traffic, but the design of the AirPods are not responsible for that. The downside is that you aren't blocked from the outside world, so outside noises may be distracting. The AirPods are not going to be a replacement for your noise-canceling earphones or headphones if you're on a plane, but that's really not their purpose. Whether this is a benefit or a detraction is up to how you wear and use your AirPods. The AirPods charging case. When I finally got my AirPods in hand, I was struck by not only the build quality of the AirPods themselves, but also of the charging case. No sharp corners, not a crazy amount of weight, and a tightly fitting lid that magnetically drops into place with a satisfying snap. The case just screams quality and thoughtful design. A far cry from every other charging case for any kind of Bluetooth ear-based audio option I've ever tried. The AirPods themselves drop into the charging case in slots that are specific for the right and left. Again, they snap into place thanks to magnets, and they're secure in the case because of it. In the unlikely event the case opens in your pocket, the AirPods are not going to come out. That not only means that it's harder for you to lose one or both, but it also eliminates the possibility of your AirPods coming out of the case and not being charged when you want or need them most. The AirPods and phone calls. I didn't really expect the AirPods to replace my Bluetooth earpieces because I've tried so many options, but the decision was pretty easy. The AirPods paired to my iPhone and stayed paired, and that's not something that any other Bluetooth earpiece has ever done successfully over a long period of time. The audio quality, both incoming and outgoing, was superior to anything I've used, based on the feedback from individuals that I was talking to. The Bluetooth range was outstanding. A good solid 70% or better than anything I've had to date, so the phone could be on charge in the bedroom at home, and I could be in the kitchen and take a call with no problem. Other Bluetooth earpieces have failed at half the distance or less. Since there are 2 AirPods and I'm only using one, the other one is always at the ready and fully charged, thanks to the charging case. I can swap left for right, effectively doubling the talk time. Maybe more than doubling it because the AirPod not in use is in the case being charged. As of now, I've not run out of talk time under this scenario, no matter how long the day, and I've had some long days. The AirPods and multiple devices. Apple has advertised the AirPods as seamlessly switching between devices. I haven't had the need to use them with my Mac, but using them with my iPhone and iPads is as simple as it gets. Since Apple hasn't yet perfected the brain hardware interface so that I can just think about what device I want them to stream from, a simple trip to the control center lets you select them like any other Bluetooth audio device. Switching takes at most a couple seconds, and your audio source is changed. The bottom line. Everything you've heard about Apple's AirPods is true. They sound great, they fit great, and they don't fall out, at least not for me. If you have concerns over this, based on your experience with Apple's EarPods, the wired version, give the AirPods a try. I think you might be pleasantly surprised like I was. The fact that the AirPods sync across iCloud means that once you sync them with one device, they're synced with all of your devices. And so you can shift back and forth very easily and very quickly. Terrific integration into the whole Apple ecosystem. The charging case is an absolute delight because of the way it secures the AirPods, charges them, and all in a package that is not difficult to carry around in a pocket or a purse. I can highly recommend the Apple AirPods. I don't think you will be disappointed. The AirPods retail for $159 and can be purchased from Apple directly at apple.com. That's it for this MacVoices briefing. I wish you good luck with the AirPods. I know I've had good luck with them, and I don't think you're going to be disappointed. Until the next time, and as always, thanks for watching. Visit MacVoices.com for show notes, links to subscribe, and to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, Facebook, YouTube, Vimeo, SoundCloud, the MacVoices blog, the MacVoices Dispatch, our weekly newsletter, and on MacVoices Magazine, free on Flipboard that helps you do more with your Apple tech. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at cachefly.com.